Hello and welcome to Ramble On. This week's edition is brought to you by your hosts, Brandon Meese.
And George Steersman.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
As usual, it's the podcast where we just ramble on about anything in our life because, hell, we're important and we matter.
Yes. All lives matter.
Don't get into that. Don't you dare get into that. There's some things that you just don't take that far politically.
Oh, fuck politics.
Yeah.
Fuck all authority. Silent majority. Raised by the system. Now it's time to rise against them. Sorry, it's been a while since we've done a podcast. Actually been about 2 weeks since we did our first one. But things been going on. Sick people. Sick kids. Sick significant other. And that brings up the first topic. Influenza types A and B. The silent killer.
Well, literally the silent killer, man. It's messed up.
I know. In the past 2 days, 3 kids and 2 adults have died from it.
With symptoms not even closely related to flu. One kid died from just straight having a hay fever rash.
A teenage girl died with no symptoms at all.
Whatsoever. Just up and died.
It's fucking weird.
There was another poor kid who had the symptoms, then supposedly got better, had no symptoms, and then died the next day. They were even taking the, what was it called?
Oh, well, you had...
Tamiflu?
Tamiflu, yes.
And he still died.
Yeah, my brother has type A influenza right now. I hate to say this and it makes it sound stupid, but I did not know that flu was short for influenza. All these years I always thought influenza was like something you got like from raw food. Yeah, look at me like fucking that.
Yeah, you can get salmonella and influenza from raw chicken.
Bite me.
Yeah, because
I didn't know. Fuck, it was just the flu.
Yeah,
and most of the time when I had the flu, I was fucking out for days. They had to fucking crush up medicine and put it in my liquids, my soup, my fucking juice, whatever.
Why? Because you'd be like, no, I'm not taking medicine.
No, because I was gone.
Like out the front door?
No, like
passed out.
Passed the fuck out.
Yeah,
you know, fever sleep or
like,
what?
I'm barely surviving / living, not even breathing. Where's my IV?
Of course, I haven't had anything like that in at least 2 decades that I can remember. And the only thing that lays me up now is stomach-related issues. Stomach flus, food poisoning. Where, I have to crawl back to my room from the bathroom. Hopefully I have pants on.
Yeah.
Just bartering with people.
Then you've got those little dogs of yours like, oh, look, an opening.
Thankfully, there's a gate and they can't get upstairs.
Yeah, because in your house there's, 5 dogs now?
4 dogs, 2 cats, and a handful of fish.
And a partridge in a pear tree. That's right.
Bonaducci hung himself?
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. No.
Sorry. I can't help myself.
No, it's okay.
It's an old Dennis Leary said it once in a fucking commercial for his Christmas special on Comedy Central.
That's not a commercial then.
He said it was a little promo in the commercial he did for his Christmas special.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the flu. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that my 2 kids had the flu, but I found out they didn't. They just had a regular, legitimate cold.
Yes, and that's what my girlfriend got from his children. Because we were here when they actually didn't show any signs either. But when Rose spent the day with Mary and 2 children, a day or so later she was fucking showing signs. So I've been taking care of her for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Working
when
between.
I got sick, the only thing I had was a slight sore throat, and that was it. For like 5 days, and I'm done.
When I worked construction, when I was sick, I just went along with it.
Yeah.
I had, it's like, I ain't got time to be sick.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. No, I'm just talking with a deep voice now, boss. That's all.
Oh, gosh. No.
Yeah, every couple of years I had, hacking away. It's like, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. No, I just need to smoke another cigarette.
Yeah.
My dad would say, Jesus, son, you need to quit smoking or start smoking. You might fucking sound better.
Right. And speaking about
menthols.
oh god, menthols, no. And speaking about work and being sick, is California state law says you will have a minimum covered of 3 days sick day for an entire year. So my job used to give 5 sick days.
Mm-hmm.
When California says, "Hey, look, you have to give at least just a minimum of 3," we're like, "Oh, hey, let's save some money."
Yeah, fuck our employees.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had an alarm go off.
It was very alarming for our listener.
It's alarming how charming I feel.
No,
You don't love me.
I do, but only when I feel pretty.
You look pretty all the time.
Oh, so pretty.
How do you feel pretty, though? Do you feel pretty all the time? Do you feel pretty when you wake up? Do you feel pretty right now? Do you feel pretty when you're at work?
At work, no, not really, because I'm usually in the dark by myself.
Aren't we all?
Wow.
It's fucking deep.
Yeah.
Cut you deeper than a knife.
No. Because, I mean, a knife can get you up to like 8 inches.
Well, if I cut you with this knife, that would hurt like a bitch.
That's only a 3-inch knife.
Yeah, but it's also a blunt tip.
What? We're smoking blunt tips?
Smoke 2 joints in the morning. I smoke 2 joints at night. I smoke 2 joints in the afternoon. It makes me feel alright. I smoke 2 joints in time of peace and 2 in time of war. I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints.
And then I hit
smoke
the floor.
Yeah.
If you're smoking,
you would drop like that. That might be a regular day for my dad.
If you listen to the song, it's what, 12 joints?
16.
16 joints in a single day. I wouldn't even be alive. I mean, you'd be alive, but I'd be so sick I'd be throwing up everywhere.
Not necessarily. I mean, they say pot is like one of the only drugs you can't OD on because you would just fucking pass out after a while.
Yeah, you can't really die from an overdose. You can overdose from marijuana, but you can't die from it.
You just like...
Because there was one time, the very first time I tried an edible, my friend, your friend, who still denies telling me this, said, "It's your first time? Yeah, just eat half of one, you'll be okay."
He told me, he said like a quarter or a fraction.
No, he said half.
I think I told you eat a fraction of it.
So I ate half, and that was the terrible, terrible, terrible thing to do, because I'd never smoked before. I've never had any kind of cannabis whatsoever before. And he goes, "Hey, eat half." Okay.
Brandon's a severe asthmatic, so smoking weed was not, definitely not in something he would do.
Yeah. I ate half, and then I'm like,
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
It tastes pretty good. Half hour later, this is what high's being like. 10 minutes later, God, make it stop. I threw up 3 different times that night.
You threw up?
3 different times. Because I overdid on that shit, because he goes, "You don't take it like a single bite or a single piece. You don't eat half of it." I'm like, "You told me to eat half." No, I didn't. Yeah. So I couldn't even go to work.
He had to call in sick for it. It was funny as hell.
And then I slept for like 12 hours.
Yeah, the first time... Well, I've eaten edibles over the years, and I've smoked pot before I ate edibles, so I had a different tolerance. And he thought, I ate an edible at Robert's house once, and I walked back to Brandon Mary's because they used to be neighbors about 50 feet away. And he thought I'd be all hallucinating, when in reality it just made me fucking kind of sleepy. Plus, it was also late at night. And I was like, "Oh, come on, stop fucking with me. I'm going to piss on your couch." Because he was preventing me from going to the bathroom.
Robert was?
You were, kid.
Why me?
Because you thought by doing this that I'd be all hallucinating, but I was
waving my arms in front of your face?
Yes. And you were preventing me from getting up to go to the bathroom. It's when Fuckface still lived with you. Ed.
Okay.
By the way, I call everyone fuckface, dicko, shithead.
Because you can't think of names.
Correct.
You can't think of someone's name right away. He goes, fuckhead. Okay, yeah.
No, I said fuckface.
Fuckface, fuckhead, dipshit.
I say shithead sometimes. I say shithead all the time.
You know, there's one thing I haven't heard you say? Cocksleeve.
I don't think I've said cocksleeve in my life before today.
No. But it's a fun word. It's a fun phrase.
Cocksleeve.
Uh-huh.
I suppose you'd call that a vagina then. It is a cocksleeve.
Correct.
Or a cock scabbard. because, it is quite phallic. What else is phallic? Swords. Swords are quite phallic.
Yeah. Yes.
What do you put a sword in? A scabbard.
I was gonna say people, but yeah, that works too.
Yeah, I put them in people. I'm not very good with swords. I'm good with knives, not with swords, though.
Yeah. That's okay. Not everyone's good at swords, but I mean, it's also an outdated thing anyways. You just do it to sound cool. So, sorry if I sound like I'm not fully interested. I'm just tired. I only slept for like 6 hours. But I'm interested. I'm here. I'm awake. I'm not woke, but I'm awake.
He is awake. He's very interested. This was his idea. It just took us a long time to finally, sit down and do it. Conflicting schedules, usually.
Definitely. Conflicting schedules, because you don't work, and I do.
I work sometimes. I'm part-time. It sucks, but now that I've rectified that with my driving situation, I didn't drive for a number of years. It kind of had like a PT. I tried getting my license several times. I had a fear of driving for a long time. I was in a lot of accidents as a little kid, and it kind of affected me. And then my dad actually said this first, like being around me all those years in my road rage, which he has pretty bad road rage. Not like to the point of getting out of his car and beating the fuck out of someone with a bumper. I don't know why bumper, it just felt automotive related.
Well, because that's the first thing that falls off in an accident.
Yeah. But no, just like calling people moron from the cab of his vehicle, yelling it in my ear, because, it made him feel better.
Your dad's kind of the same as mine is. All the windows are rolled up. Someone cuts him off and he yells, "You cock-sucking son of a bitch! I'll fucking kill you if I find you, you piece of shit!"
Oh, fuck.
And just like at the top of his lungs, and you're like, "Ow, thanks, Dad." Just right here. And he's going to hear with the window rolled up, too. That's brilliant.
Our windows rolled up, his windows rolled up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's already fucking going past us, that smug son of a bitch in a fucking Mercedes-Benz talking on his fucking cell phone. Because that's usually how it worked.
Yeah, it's usually people talking on cell phones, yeah.
Yeah. God. Oh, I have a wonderful story to tell about that. It was the day before, day before my dad's first anger management class. Court ordered.
Oh, crap. Really? It's true?
This is a true story.
Oh, jeez.
And we're driving home from downtown LA. Getting off at a decent hour. I believe we started at 5, so we were on the 10 freeway by about 1. And his wife packed us a lunch. Wonderful woman. She doesn't put up with his shit, and it's like, fuck you. Dinner's ready.
She's a cool lady. She's always put up with his shit.
She is cool as hell.
And she puts him in his damn place.
She does. And he just like, okay.
Literally.
Yeah. And so it's like, what do we got left in the lunchbox? It's like a couple peanut butter sandwiches, like some chips, some sodas. Like, grab me a sandwich. And I get him a sandwich. I'm eating mine. And there's this prick in a fucking Mercedes-Benz talking on a cell phone. And we're trying to get over so we can get past this fucking mess. Because there is a wonderful hidden secret in downtown LA that not a lot of people know about. And it's legal. It's called the bus lane. People just think because it's called the bus lane, it's only reserved for buses. That's not true. It's also reserved for carpool. So 2 or more people in the car, you're good to go. And if you get on this, you bypass thousands of cars within minutes for miles.
We're going to go metaphorically, okay?
No, not metaphorically.
If you can pass 1,000 cars in 2 minutes, George, you definitely doing.
I said minutes. I didn't say 2 minutes. I said in minutes.
Minutes would be under 10.
It is about 10 minutes. It's about 10 minutes that you have advantage of this wonderful lane, and you've made distance like out of downtown, downtown, and you're in like the fucking project areas or the burbs, away from that fucking armpit hellhole, whatever you want to call Los Angeles. Sorry, I don't like LA very much. Anywho, we're trying to get the fuck over, and this dick in the Mercedes on his phone still, not paying attention because he's on his phone. I believe this is before the cell phone law was passed. It's happened in 2012.
It was there.
Okay, probably not in effect yet, or people just didn't give a fuck. It was in effect,
people still don't give a fuck.
Of course not. Because fuck you.
But that's why Bluetooth was invented. That's why the Bluetooth speaker and a Bluetooth headset.
Yes, wonderful technology. Anywho, so finally my dad said, he fucking throws the peanut butter sandwich at this asshole. The only way it could have been better if this guy had a convertible, but it wasn't. It hit the windshield. He finally fucking stops, and we were able to get ahead of him, get to our destination.
My question, was your dad's window rolled up when he threw the sandwich?
No, it was rolled down. It's hot. I believe it was the summertime.
Okay, so your dad actually was able to successfully hit another vehicle with a sandwich.
We're only going like 15 miles per hour, 20 miles per hour, if that.
And the guy didn't do anything?
He stopped. And that's where we were able to get ahead of him. And then it's like, it hit me. It's like, did you just throw your fucking peanut butter sandwich at that asshole? It's like, yeah, I did. And he said that with a smile on his face, and we laughed probably for a good 5 minutes. And he shared that with his anger management class that night, first class. It was funny as hell.
I can imagine. They're probably like congratulating him. Like, yeah, you didn't put your fist through his car. He's like, yeah, I just hit him with a sandwich. Because that's extremely random.
So is getting hit in the face with a bag of marshmallows.
Or a bag of dicks.
Are we talking like baguettes or... Sorry, are we talking baguettes or like chicken parts?
No, a bag of dicks.
Yeah, I know, like baguette-sized dicks or like chicken part dicks, you know, like little tiny dick and balls, too. Like, what are we talking about here?
I'm just talking like your average assorted flavors.
So, like Mexican, African, white, Asian. Well, they better give you multiple ones for the Mexicans and the Asian ones since they're so small. You know, like popcorn chicken.
I don't even. Okay, so...
Like the black dicks, that's like baguette size. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
You know, Caucasian dicks are probably banana size. Hopefully not plantain size, but, you know, regular bananas.
Yeah.
You're the one who brought up dicks, okay?
Yeah, but I'm not going to the size, taste, flavor, and frequency like you are.
Well, that's the thing. I like...
Dick?
No, absurdity. I'm very... You know, I like shock value. I love shock and awe with people. Just like that look on their face like, is he serious?
Something like that.
It's fun. You know, like using a shotgun in combat. Shock and awe.
Shock and awe? Wouldn't that be using a flashbang?
Is it? Well, I thought they said that before flashbangs were even invented. You know.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
We're going with that.
Eat a dick.
At least I'm only eating one. Mr. Bags of Dicks over here.
Okay, I have a funny story about that. I heard my dad, you know, fucking eat a dick. Or suck, you know.
You heard your dad eating a dick.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm so fucked up in the head. That trauma of witnessing my father. I'm kidding. No, but...
This is how you do it, son. Watch.
No, my dad was... he creates his own obscenities and profanity. Like, you know, I was a knuckle fuck for a number of years. Or dick nose. Various other things. But, you know, he'd tell people, eat a dick, you know, eat a bag of dicks, suck a bag of dick. And he was the only person I heard say that for years. Then I heard Louis C.K. once say this on one of his shows. Like, shit, it makes me wonder if he ran into my dad.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. My dad's profanities were just the normal, run of the mill. And if his kids were around, my brother and I, it was instead of like eat a bag of dicks or go fuck yourself, it was go suck on a dead dog's nose. Now, if you literally think about that, that's ridiculously fucking disgusting. I would rather suck a dick than suck on
a dead dog's nose.
A deceased for I don't know how many days, animal carcass, and not just like slightly sucking it, but like sucking its intestine through its nose, like hardcore vacuum.
Oh yeah.
And that's just disturbing as all hell.
Yeah, I think it is more sanitary to actually suck a dick in that case, Brendan.
Especially if it was like, you know, a living, pulsating one instead of one that's dead and that can have like maggots or some kind of like, you know, like old mucus and blood. Because who knows what happened to that poor animal? And this is all just pure, you know, conjuncture. But it's just traumatizing as fuck. I wish you really would have rather said, you know, go fuck yourself or go suck a dick than go suck on a dead dog's nose.
Have you actually told this to him out of curiosity?
Yeah, he just said I was being annoying and just walked away.
What, were you a kid or was this just the other day?
This was like 2 years ago.
Okay. By the way, I just want to apologize for our listeners out there that this podcast sounds extremely fucking gay right now. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't know why this particular night it took a turn about sucking dick. But sucking dick makes the world go round, so we'll leave it at that, and we'll segue into something new. Brought to you by Monster Energy.
Not a real sponsor.
I wish. Fuck that one. Remember, we used to go gaming before, like all the before all the consoles could go online and whatnot in the early 2000s.
You're talking about going to a cyber cafe where there's multiple PCs hooked up to the internet in the same room.
Yes, and where people could also do a LAN game.
And you can pay by the hour or pay by the day.
Yes. Really? Pay by the day?
Yes.
How much was it?
$25 for the whole day, or
Fuck me.
Or $3 an hour.
Yeah, paying by the hour was better for us since we didn't spend a whole fucking day in there. We did spend many hours in there.
Yes.
We used to go to this cyber cafe, gaming cafe called Dominion, which had how many actual locations? Or
there was 2. There was one like Elsinore and one in French Valley.
Yeah, Elsinore worked better for us because why the fuck would we go to French Valley?
Especially when we lived in
You lived in Elsinore. I think I unfortunately still lived in Temecula at that time.
Yeah,
I did.
Yes, I had to drive a long time to get you.
Yeah, I know, it sucked.
Yeah. Fun place, but unfortunately there's just not as much of a demand out here as there is in other cultures.
Yeah.
Like in Taiwan or Japan.
Oh yeah,
or
fucking
Korea.
full-on gaming parlors of like gambling and just various other games. Of course, then that goes the throwback of old arcades, which went the way of the dodo.
There are some specific retro arcades that are doing well in other states.
There are still arcades. You can't see me do that. I said in parentheses.
No, it's called air quotes.
Air quotes. Sorry. Air quotes. Apologies out there to our listeners.
Listen.
Oh, we have a listener? Holy fuck.
We're doing good. We're going from 0 to 1.
It's one of our relatives, I bet.
Does my wife count?
Well, there, she's listening through the door. Does that count?
That's kind of creepy, but yeah.
Yeah. Air quotes, such as in one of our local areas called Mulligans. It's one of those outdoor family fun centers, with bumper boats, bumper cars, racing.
If you've ever heard of like Castle Park or
Scandinavian Village.
Scandia.
Yeah, my dad used to do drug deals there.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know this till at least the past 10, 15 years. Like, is that why we went there? To buy pot, sell pot?
So he was buying and selling pot to like 10-year-olds playing miniature golf?
No, he met his buddy there in the parking lot and he'd leave me in the arcade for a moment while he did that. Or would they do it on the way in or on the way out? I don't know. I didn't ask. I didn't realize that at the time. I just remember I was having fun. And I thought I'd get in trouble for knocking a ball into the fucking water thing at one of the last golf course, one of the last
miniature golf, courses. Yeah,
I was crying. Plus, my dad said, "Oh, you're gonna get in trouble." It's like,
he's like, "Suck it up."
No.
At least your dad wasn't like, "Stop crying, or I'll give you something to cry about."
No, he was just fucking with me.
Oh, yeah.
No, but yes, always fun. He actually still has a picture in his wallet that we did in the photo booth there. Well, thankfully they still have those.
Photo booths? I don't think they'll ever get rid of a photo booth.
They're bigger in Japan than anywhere else.
Anything that takes electricity is bigger in Japan than anywhere else.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to talk about cyber cafes. As I said, out here they don't last.
Yeah.
But in other cultures, Korea, Taiwan, Japan, China, you can literally... There's our hardcore. There is showers. There is shops inside.
It's probably like a room this big you rent out for a couple hours, right?
It's about half. It's about the size of this kitchen table.
Like a cubicle, right?
Yes, but a little rectangular, more rectangular, where you can actually spend the night there too.
Damn.
Yeah, because some people will, when you do like large dungeon sieges, on like MMOs of like World of Warcraft or League of Legends, sometimes taking down a final boss can take 18 plus hours.
So it works best if you're a healer, maybe even an archer, fucking firing your long distance shots or healing.
Yeah, but that way, you can stay at a computer. It won't cost you a ton of money because you're using someone else's electricity. And no one's going to bother you because you're in your own little private cubicle with a locking door.
Yeah. I tried to get in that. I mean, I really did, but
Locking doors?
No,
you
I
need
mean
a lock pick set for that.
I do. I just need to practice more with it. Thank you for that wonderful gift, by the way.
Oh yes. The knowledge of being able to have to pick locks. When your wife loses 3 sets of keys and breaks 2 house keys in half.
Fuck me.
And she still doesn't know how she did it. But how do you break a regular key in half?
If it was already compromised when you got it from the previous owners.
No, brand new. I made her specialty keys from Lowe's, the big fat ones.
I remember that. One was a big, obnoxious pink-looking thing.
No, Mary would never touch pink.
Well, one was a big-ass obnoxious key. I was with you when you got it made.
It was the Tinkerbell one.
Oh, yeah, now I remember.
It was like white and green. It was the huge fat ones.
I remember.
Yeah.
I had a special key. This last apartment complex I lived at, it was in high school still. It was a microchip key. Had to be really fucking careful with that. I never broke it. I never lost it. Because it was a bitch to replace.
Well, I can imagine, because those are really specialty, having a microchip key.
It was this big, and...
Well, so would you say, like 3 inch, 2 inch?
2.5.
So smaller than the regular key?
Yeah. Just...
Yeah.
Or no, about the same size, about that big. But
the
the actual part that went into the lock was probably about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches.
Wide or long?
Long.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Does it make like a buzzing noise or a clicking noise?
Buzz and a click.
Okay.
Yeah, like when you put $1 in a vending machine.
$1 to a vending machine. Yes. Oh, I didn't tell you, but at my work, I don't know what's up with it, but there's a vending machine next to the bathrooms. By the pool.
Yeah.
There's been a Pepsi vending machine there forever, right?
Yeah.
It breaks down once a month.
Of course.
So
it's Pepsi.
So the manager thought it'd be a great idea to get another vending machine, right? They get a Coke vending machine to put next to it, right? So now you have the Coke and Pepsi horse next to each other, but the messed up thing is, it was there for literally a day before it broke.
Okay, so...
And it's been 3 weeks still and still out of order.
So, okay, it makes me think that it's a power issue. You know, like...
No, it's not a power issue.
They just keep buying piece of shit machines?
No, it's not the machine's fault. It's human error. People being dicks by trying to put random things that aren't coins into the coin slot.
So teenagers usually, maybe even 20-somethings.
People who try putting like those like electric box blanks where you put the wiring in through.
Yes. I have many of those from my old construction days.
Yeah. Or like kids putting like random objects in there to see if it would work. Yeah. Little kid stuff.
To err is human, to forgive is divine.
I am not a god.
Neither am I.
I mean, I do sometimes forgive, but I will never forget. I'm not saying I'm an elephant, but I'm just saying is if you fuck me over, I won't forget that.
Of course not. You know, name those who shall not be named.
Wait, why would I name those who should not be named? If they should not be named, then you should not name them.
Just call them dickheads. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, dickheads. Oh, speaking of dickheads.
If I could speak, I'd be dangerous, Brandon.
Then you must be dangerous because you're still speaking.
I mean, if I could speak proper English.
Proper English. Okay, sure. So, anyways, speaking of dickheads and not proper English, I'm trying to build myself a new computer from parts. Because what I have is 6 years old. That's a little too old. I'm having a problem with these Bitcoin miners.
Oh, fuck.
Almost all of the high-end video cards, like the one I want, the GeForce NVIDIA 1080 Ti.
Yeah.
They're supposed to retail for like $500 to $550, right, from the manufacturer.
Right.
Supply and demand because of Bitcoining has made them between $900 to $1,200 a piece.
Fuck me.
And even if you want to get one, almost everywhere is sold out because of Bitcoin mining. People are making entire companies just from Bitcoin mining. I've seen pictures of people's Bitcoin operations where they're like 30 to 40 computers in a line, and each one has like 6 video cards of 1080 Ti's. when you're spending $900 for a video card and you have like 5 to 6 in each computer, and you have 40 computers, that's well over $1 million. But it makes that much more money, but it's screwing everybody else who just wants to make a good gaming computers that can play games that don't, suck from frame rate issues or stutter or look like, it's a PlayStation 1 game.
Yeah.
Pixels and blocks. And I can't get one. I just hate it. It's so pissing me off. I wish Bitcoin would die off, or not die off, but at least slow down so they can put the prices back down to normal, not double their retail value or cost, because it's supply and demand. And the funny thing is, NVIDIA, the card maker themselves, is asking realtors like Fry's, Best Buy, Walmart, anyone who sells their cards, hey, if you can, try to find a way to not sell them to Bitcoin miners. Try to sell them to actual gamers first, because they're getting screwed over by all these Bitcoin miners. I mean, we're not complaining because we're making a crap ton of money off of it, everybody. But all these PC gamers are whining like little bitches, like myself, that we can't get video cards because all these people who are doing Bitcoin mining are just taking them up and just trying to make a money enterprise out of it. That's what bothers me, because I can't even build my computer because I can't get a video card for it under $900. It's supposed to retail for $500 to $550.
That's horrible.
Yeah. So I don't know when I'll be able to even build my computer, let alone even get a video card for it. Because remember, I bought a 34-inch monitor
for Christmas.
Well, it was a Black Friday sale, and I went to go hook it to the back of my computer, and I found out, oh, look at this, my video card's too old. It only has DVI or regular monitor output, and the brand new monitor only takes HDMI or DisplayPort. And my motherboard's too old, my video card's too old, so I'm screwed. So it's just sitting there for the past 2.5 months because I can't use it. And so it's like, okay, fine, well, I'll use my tax money, I'll build a new one, but I really can't, because there's no good video cards that I can get / even afford.
Can't even order one before, like...
No, I can't, because they're all sold out.
No, okay, but can't they just put you on a wait list?
No.
No?
No.
That fucking blows.
Yeah.
I thought Bitcoin was on its way out anyway. I thought someone hacked their servers recently from shit I've seen.
Someone did hack a cryptocurrency company / warehouse, digital warehouse, and stole over 200,000 Bitcoins. That is worth around $2 billion.
Fuck me.
A single Bitcoin is worth $10,000.
Any of our listener out there want to give us a single Bitcoin? I think I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, I'll even take half a coin. Fuck. It's gotten ridiculous. I mean, back when Bitcoin first started, a Bitcoin would take you maybe a day to get. It'd be worth like 50 cents. Now it's ridiculous. Trying to get an entire Bitcoin could take a few months.
Yeah, if you bought Bitcoin in the beginning, there's people who bought in the very beginning and they're fucking billionaires already.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I'll be right back.
Yep, we'll take a pause to listen to our sponsors. Dad, have you ever had problems with smegma? You ever felt not too fresh down there?
Yes, son, I have, because like many men around the world, millions of us suffer from the buildup of smegma down there. I don't know.
Dead skin.
My dick cheese.
I too suffer from issues with built-up dead skin around areas that I don't wash too much because I'm lazy as fuck.
Is that what causes smegma? I never knew.
It is. It is the accumulation of dead skin. And when you don't wash, that becomes an issue, and you can call it the dick cheese, which is the slang term. But if you follow my product, you will no longer have to deal with that issue called
Smegaway. That was a fake commercial. We got bored in between.
Nobody really sponsors us yet. But don't worry, we'll be looking for Loot Crate and Audible soon.
I would like BattleBox.
Yeah, well, if they would love to get a hold of us, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be fucking wonderful.
Yeah, they can get a hold of us at Twitter at KineOfSoy on Twitter. KYNEOFSOI at Twitter.
I don't have a Twitter. I just barely have Facebook.
Yeah, and all he does is post pictures of, guns, knives, and interesting facts throughout the day. It gets me through my day, really. Thank you, George.
Platypi as well. Because I have an unhealthy obsession with the majestic platypi.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I would totally hit that platypus.
I'm not down for bestiality, plus... Well, actually, I think it's only the males that really have the poisonous spurs on their feet. But yeah, I wouldn't want to fuck a platypus.
I'm not into foot jobs, just saying.
Yeah. It's adorable, and it's interesting because it has mammalian, avian, and a little bit reptilian DNA.
Yeah. Yep.
As Kevin Smith said at the beginning of Dogma, it just goes to show you God does have a sense of humor. Just look at the platypus.
That's right. That's right. I love it.
It's a mammal, lactates, it lays eggs.
Yep. It has a duck bill and poison, and it can really just fuck up your day.
Yes, but you see videos of people playing with them or feeding them, and they're so fucking adorable. I would love to own one as a pet, but I know that will never happen. They're probably on the endangered species list. Plus, they are only indigenous to Australia.
Yeah, I want a pet ferret. My wife wanted me to get a pet ferret. I'm like, that's a cool idea. It's basically just a fuzzy penis that moves around a lot and growls.
It's a fucking weasel, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. Isn't that what a penis is?
Yeah.
Would you like to see my Wonder Weasel?
I was about to say that.
Really?
No,
wow.
You want to see my Wonder Weasel? I was just going to say a Wonder Weasel. My brother Sam had one, and then it died, and then he fucking... He lost his shit.
So, he had a penis.
No, he had a ferret.
Okay, because we're talking about Wonder Weasels, not ferrets for a minute there, buddy.
Sorry, he had a ferret that died, and then we buried it at the Santa Rosa Plateau illegally. I'm kidding.
So, you went there in the middle of the day?
No, in the middle of the night.
Okay.
With flashlights and shit and a couple of shovels, but,
Why would you need 2 shovels for a grave that's going to be like a foot deep?
We didn't want coyotes getting to it.
Oh, okay. Did you name him Steve?
No. Him and his girlfriend named it Taffy.
That's fucked up. Okay. They're like, we're going to eat him when he gets old enough? Or we're just going to start chewing on him?
No, he loved that thing, man. It was like their kid. But now he has a kid, so...
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
The person that a lot of my friends said, is your brother fucking gay? It's like, we wonder about that. That is a bit of a concern for us.
Yep, I just knocked over a can, sorry.
Motherfucker, knocking over cans and shit. Fucking shit, motherfucker. Sorry.
So anyways, Tourette Syndrome is really prevalent in this house, but sometimes recording brings it out of him.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
One day they'll find a cure for Tourette's. If I indeed have it, I don't know.
Well, you have enough suppressed anger and frustration that you can only take out in certain ways. So yeah, I would assume that. Or become a serial killer. But I wouldn't recommend the last part because it requires a lot of...
I don't need enough cereal for that.
Exactly.
Besides, I'd rather have a breakfast burrito.
Oh, yes. Like from Douglas Burger.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's like $7 for this breakfast burrito, but it's like 2 pounds worth of breakfast.
Yeah. Although the one at Yellow Basket ain't half bad either, and you get ham, bacon, and sausage. And all the normal stuff in it.
Ain't is not a proper... Because you were talking about proper English grammar over here just about 10 minutes ago. And you go and throw ain't into the sentence? Sorry, but that ain't a word.
I was also talking about religion earlier, and I'm not fucking religious, am I?
Yeah,
or I could say, I ain't religious.
Oh, I will climb over this microphone and just face fuck you. See, now you're just hoping.
No, I'm just... No, do you have a microscope I could use to locate your dick?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's a cheap shot I normally would have taken at my brother because that's what brothers do. Say you have... My other brother, not the one,
He's got
oldest brother.
2.
2 brothers and a sister. And maybe some half-siblings out there somewhere.
Yeah, your dad was drunk enough.
Actually, technically, they're all my half-siblings. I don't have any normal siblings by...
no full blood.
No full-blood siblings, thank you. But Actually, I might have a Japanese brother out there, he said.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Really? Cool.
Yeah, he fucked women when my grandpa was stationed in Okinawa.
Yeah.
Oh, and then, in the Canal Zone, let's not forget about that. My dad lived in Panama around the time that we returned control of the Canal Zone back to the Panamese government.
But your dad's not allowed to go back. He was kicked out of the country.
Yes, he was. He tells me this all the fucking time. He tells people at work this all the fucking time. That the Panamese government, my grandfather, and the base commander, it's like he got kicked out of Panama. For drugs. Hey, it was the 70s.
What do you expect? That's all it was drugs, protests, and war.
They didn't protest, I don't think. They just,
that's what the 70s were about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and equality. Trying to get some equality going on.
You still can't get equality.
Nope, you can't get any quality goods here. Because racism is stupid.
It is.
And so is being sexist. It's stupid.
Prejudice, racism, it's all stupid. But unfortunately, it's what's been around for fucking centuries, and it won't stop overnight.
Unfortunately, no. All we can do is just teach the next generation that racism and sexism is bad, and just...
Don't forget bullying. Bullying's horrible.
Oh, yes.
I try to teach that to my daughter all the time. I say, don't be a bully. You see someone being harassed or bullied at school, your friends, you stand up for them.
And she goes, bully, I'll say.
No, she agrees with me. Oh, yeah, bully. Yeah. Bully! Yeah, bully. What would be fucking Sir Winston Churchill? Was he knighted? Was it Sir Winston Churchill?
I have no idea.
He was a prime minister. From what I understand, he was fucked up on champagne, cognac, and brandy all the time, and the man who did the voice of Winnie the Pooh did some of his fucking broadcasts.
What?
Yeah, look it up.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Oh bother. We're about to invade the Germans. Would you like a spot of honey before we go to attack? Oh bother.
I learned that little tidbit from Robin Williams.
Yeah, but I mean,
he was a okay. The first thing about comedians is the truth. They usually tell the truth in their bit, especially comedians of that level. Carlin, Robin Williams,
Richard Pryor.
Oh, fuck yeah, Richard Pryor. Most of the time he was, talking about his life. Or, yeah, that's what comedian, they talk about their lives. I mean, some of the shit does seem absurd. It's like, yeah, you call bullshit on it, but 90% of it is the truth. That's what I've heard a lot of people say, that comedy is the truth.
Yeah, just in fun form, yeah. That's also why I love Drunk History on the History Channel. Seeing celebrities getting all fucked up on alcohol and then trying to talk about history and about drunk, fucked up history.
I haven't actually watched it. I've seen a lot of it, though. I've seen a lot of commercials for it. Or see a lot of my favorite celebrities have done some things on there.
I've seen 2 episodes. One with Jack Black and another one with another guy, and I forgot his name. Oh, well.
Yeah. Not a big fan of Jack Black.
I know, you're a big fan of Jack White.
For one song, that's about it.
Which one? Iggy Thump?
No, Jack White of the White Stripes.
I know that.
Seven Nation Army.
Oh, never mind. I like Seven Nation Army too, so. A Seven Nation
Army couldn't hold me back.
I'm going to Wichita. Anyways, sorry, that happens a lot with us. We'll start one thing. We just go off into a tangent of either a song or a skit or a phrase, because we watch a lot of the same stuff together. We like a lot of the same stuff, whether it be anything that deals or involves with combat in any way, shape, or form, or about movies or music, because that's all we kind of do.
Yeah. Sometimes when we worked out, which we'll be doing again soon. Sorry about that.
At a gym.
Yes.
Or in the backyard gym.
Yes, because you could just get in on your own pass, and I'll be gainfully employed and use my own pass as well soon. And we could work out. Right. Yes, we would talk, sit at the treadmill. It's like, what kind of weapons would you want to go into for, let's say, protecting a building? Well, how many floors? 2. How many options you have? Let's say 5. How many weapons? Let's say 5.
It's a lot of weapons to protect 2 floors, but yeah. But,
Just scenarios like that when you get bored.
Random stuff, yeah.
Actually, why I said treadmill. We didn't use a treadmill. We used ellipticals.
Ellipticals, because they're better on your joints than a treadmill is. The treadmill is a good way to mess up your joints. Compared to an elliptical, it puts less stress. And that's why a lot of doctors and fitness, like sports medicine people, like, if you can, don't like run or use treadmills because it messes up your joints worse than anything else. Use alternate methods like ellipticals or, like
Bicycles.
yoga or stretching. Yeah, or bicycles will work too. So, George, do you have any words of wisdom for our listeners before we go?
Well, for the ladies out there, I've heard this from, it's never trust a man under 30 because he still has a childlike brain and childlike, teenage-like brain, and usually has one thing on the mind still.
Well, and that's also because science says that the human male brain, or actually no, the human brain in general, either gender, does not finish growing until the age of 28.
Unless you have responsibility thrown on your lap from not using a condom at the age of 21.
Yeah.
Then you just kind of adapt quickly, which I did.
Yeah.
She was not thrown on my lap, and never mind, that sounds horrible. I love my daughter, and I'd do it all over again if I had to.
Yes, indeed. And the one thing that for men that should take away, smegma. Not even once. That's it for this week. Have a good night.